class. So I've given you the we have covered the call by reference, yeah, normal variable versus array variable, and we revised about the second class, and we did the homework related to the Fibonacci series. So three homeworks actually I had given in last class. That is the table and how to find out the minimum value and how to find out the maximum value. So so what about the homework? So have you guys done it, or do you need any kind of help from me?
सर मेरे को वो समझ नहीं आया था, मतलब क्या कहना चाह रहे थे, बिना फंक्शन के यूज करना कैसे?
देखो बेटा कि जैसे आपका एक लिस्ट, आपका एक कंसेप्ट है, एक टपल होता है, एक सेट होता है, तो इन सभी में फंक्शंस होते हैं, राइट? लेट्स से वी वांट टू फाइंड आउट कि उस लिस्ट में कितने नंबर्स प्रेजेंट हैं, राइट? वी वांट टू फाइंड आउट उसमें कौन सा नंबर बड़ा है, कौन सा नंबर छोटा है. वी कैन टेक द हेल्प ऑफ दोज फंक्शंस. These are those functions which are predefined, which are already come with the list, which already come with the set, which already come with the tuple. Those are the predefined functions. So the question is here, we don't take the help of the existing functions. हमें existing functions की help नहीं लेनी, हमें अपने functions खुद बनाने हैं. Because we are learning the function chapter, so we must know how to make the functions, right? अगर हमें पता ही नहीं होगा हम फंक्शन कैसे बनाएंगे तो फिर इस फंक्शन चैप्टर का पढ़ने का कोई फायदा ही नहीं होगा, राइट? So you are just calling the function, right? And you are just calling those functions which are already made by the Python developers, right? And we don't need to use those functions. We'll have to make our own functions so that we can get to know that how the function looks alike, what will be the definition of our function. That's why I was asking over the WhatsApp, please share the definition of the minimum function, because you have used the inbuilt functions, right? Okay, and what about this table?
यस सर।
Have you done this? ये कर लिया आपने, बताओ. Okay. Okay, so Kushagar just replied that he has not done. And what about Piyush and what about Tanishq? Okay. There is no response. You are not able to hear, please. Okay, so let's see how to make the table function. This Python. Okay. Uh, I'm for looking for you know for table of 8. If I'm looking for table for of 8, I will have to multiply by 8 this one, and then 8 multiplied by 2, 69 will keep multiplying till 8 multiplied by 3. Sorry, 8 multiplied by 10, that is here. It means if you see very deeply, this set of instruction is repeated how many number of times? 10 times. If I will put 3 over here, then then this instruction again will be repeated 10 times, but the 8 will be replaced by 3. If I will use 5, then your 3 will be replaced by 5. That's it. But you will have to perform this task how many number of times? 10 times. Okay. So let's say your number is 6. Okay. Now I want to multiply by this. So we'll write like this: print number into 1. Then we'll keep writing this line, number 3, number 4. So your number is same throughout all the lines, but this is going to be changed. See, this is 1 to 2, the 2, 3, then 4. Okay. So now, just to have this print statement 10 times, I will use the concept of the loop. So we'll use the concept of the loop. For I in range will start from 10, run till 11. Okay, and increment by 1. Okay, it starts from 1 and your stop value is 11 minus 1, that is the 10. Okay, so if I will run this loop, it will print 10 times. Let me show you over here. Whole part. And this part. So today is the 4th class. Okay, see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now let's take the number. Number is equal to, let's say, 3. Now use the here number into 1. The result. See, say 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Your number is getting multiplied by 1. After then it is multiplied by 2 and getting the expected result. Now let's convert this thing into the function part. So if you convert thing into the function part, so there are the two persons. One is acting as a junior and other one is acting as a senior. So I'm making the Ram as a senior. Here. So Sham knows only how to input the number. Number is equal to int Sham knows only that how to input the number, but Sham doesn't know how to print the table of it, right? So obviously he will take the help of Ram. He is going to take the help of Ram and giving him num. There is a def Ram and there is a t. So Sham has passed the value of num. Okay, and that Ram has has kept the value inside the t value. Okay. So we'll use this part over here. See. This 1112 use over T over here. That's it. Ram has called the Ram. Sham has passed the value of the num. Ram has kept the value inside the T. Then Ram has run the loop till 11, that is 11 minus 1. It runs till 11 minus 1, that is the 10. And your T will be multiplied by 1 and will keep multiplying till 10. Okay, so let's run this logic. Now see, enter the number and get the table of it. See, 3, 6, 9 and 12. If I will run again, get the enter 8, get the table of 8. But I want to have the output like this, 3 into 1. So we are expecting the output in this form. Okay, so need to change the statement like T multiply by 1 is equal to this T multiply by I. So let's say if the T is 5, so here the 5, then multiply symbol will come, then here the 1 will come, then 5 into 1 is equal to 5 into 1, 5. Now keep printing like that till 11 minus 1. And this again, see, see, hello, is it audible, Priyanshu, now? Okay. So let's move to the next part. To the next homework, that is to make the minimum value. How to make a function minimum so that we can retrieve the lowest value from the list. Okay. So let's save this part first of all. Save file, new, and make the minimum function. The list we have some numbers. So we are assuming that we have a list, and inside the list we have some numbers 10, 24, 50 and 60. Okay, now our goal is to get the lowest value from the list, and we all know the lowest value is 4. But what is the logic to retrieve the 4 from the list? How will we find out the lowest value is actually 4? Okay, so now we'll assume what will be the logic. So I'm going to share the logic. Okay, your very first step pick up the first number from the list, assume it is lowest. So your first step is to find out the lowest number. Just pick up the first number from the list and assume it is lowest. So how will we pick up the first number? So I'm picking the first number. So this is the way of the first number is equal to LST 0. So this is the way to pick up the first number from the list. At the second step, we'll compare here with next number. Here we'll compare it with next. Here the next number is 20. Okay, so I will compare my first number, whatever the number I picked from the list, which is the first number, I will have to check with the next number. How will I check? I will check is my first number of the list is actually smaller than the next number. The next number. So, okay, it means my first number is less than the second number, means my 10 is less than 20, means it is true. Okay. So I will move further. Then again I will again pick up the next number, which is now 4. Then again I will check, is my first number less than the next number, that is your 10 is less than 4. No, your 10 is not less than 4, so the condition is false. So if condition is false, it means what I assumed in the first step is not the lowest number. Okay, so that has been well proved. It means now 4 is the lowest rather than the 10. So we'll put the 4 in the here. Okay, so now your F number is 4. Now again I will pick up the next number, that is 50. Okay, we'll check the 50. Again we'll check your F number less than next number is equal to your 4 is less than 50, so condition is true. Similarly happened for the other values, that is for 60, and here again the 60 is come, so it is true. So if you think about here, so this thing is processed second time, third time, now fourth time. Okay, it means you just pick up the very first number from the list and compare it with the rest of the numbers. If the rest of numbers are 4, then the process will go how many number of times? 4 times. Okay, so let's say if I will hold here, put the, let's say 3. Okay, so in the next case, so this process will run how many number of times now? 5 times. If it is the 5 times, my next number is 3. If it is 3, I will check over, is 3 is the 3 you are sorry 4 is less than 3, your condition is false. If your condition is false, I will use this statement over here. F number is 3. Guys, please respond. Tanish, Priyanshu, Did you understand the logic? Okay. Where is Tanish? Tanish is not responding, even not, you know. Okay, let's wait for the Tanish message, then we'll proceed. L1 ज़्यादा बड़ा हुआ तो see Tanish uh, तनिष्क जब भी किसी प्रॉब्लम को समझना होता है ना, तो हम थोड़ा सा उसको जस्ट डिवाइड इनटू सम माइलस्टोन्स, राइट। तो मेरा सबसे पहला जो माइलस्टोन ये है कि मैंने लिस्ट के अंदर थोड़े से नंबर रखे हैं और उन थोड़े से नंबर पे अपना लॉजिक बिल्ड किया है। अगर वो मेरा थोड़े से नंबर पे मेरा लॉजिक बिल्ड हो जाता है, इट मीन्स अगर लिस्ट के अंदर इन फ्यूचर ज़्यादा नंबर भी आएंगे तो मेरा लॉजिक काम उस पर भी कर जाएगा, राइट। सो यू जस्ट पुट द कंसंट्रेशन, what is the logic, what is the logic to retrieve the lowest value from the list. Okay, now what we have learned will pick up, will assume the very first number as lowest, compare it with the rest of number. If rest of numbers are 5, then comparison of will run 5 times. And now I'm just implementing this entire logic and now building up the sum now function. So we have the two types of the persons. One is the Ram, select as a senior, the Sham will be elect as a junior. In the list 10 to 20, 100, something like that. So we have these values inside the list. Okay, Sham doesn't know how to get the lowest value. Obviously Sham will call the Ram, so Sham is calling the Ram and okay, and passing the list, and the Ram will check out the list and return the lowest value to the Sham. So if the Ram will throw the value, then Sham will have to catch the value. So Sham is actually catching the value. And here I will show the lowest, the minimum value list. Let's see the job of Ram. Whatever in the LST, Ram has kept in L. Ram has kept in L. So as I said, will assume the very first number as lowest number. So I'm assuming my lowest number is at L0. Okay, assume first number is first number and in list is lowest. Now we'll have to compare this number with rest of the numbers, right? So I don't know that how many are rest of numbers. Okay, so we know there is a function, inbuilt function length. We'll find out the length of the list and run the loop for I in range start from 1, because we have already picked the number which is at the 0th position. Now I will have to pick up the number which is available at 1 index value, okay, and compare it with the what I assumed as lowest number. Okay, so here we will use the length of the list. Of the list is 5. It runs till 5 minus 1, right? And that is a step value which is optional, but I have specified it, so don't bother about this step value. It's your wish. You can, if you want to use it, then use it, otherwise leave it. Okay, so now I want to get the next number. So my next number, I'm getting my next number is L. What is the value of I over here? 1. So I'm getting the value, I'm getting the number which is present at L1 and putting into the next number. So what is the logic? I will have to check my first number which I assumed as lowest is actually the lowest. Then I will use if my lowest number is actually the lowest number, the next number. If it is so, then it's fine. Okay. Okay. Else my lowest number is not less than the next number, it means the next number is the lowest. If the next number is lowest, I will put the next number into it. So we'll run the, let's say if the number of the values present in the list 10, so this loop will run how many number of times? 9 times. Okay, so my lowest number will keep checking with the rest of the numbers. If next number is found as lowest, then I will pass that next number into the lowest number. Then again we'll compare with the rest of the numbers. So after this loop returns the lowest number. Now if I will run this message, run this function, today is the for class and minimum function. See, the minimum value present in the list is 1. See, we have the 1 is the minimum. Now I don't want to see this message. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Just, comment this part and we are done. Now it's giving us the warning that we have a statement inside the if block and which is commented. So the one way is to use it. If my lowest number, just put this line over here. If you will put this line over here, then you will have to change the sign greater than to this environment option. If your lowest number, whatever number you assumed, is found greater than the next number, it means your next number is the lowest, not the number you assume. Okay, now run it. See, the minimum value present in the list is 1. So if I will change it, let's say let's say 2000 over here. So now the minimum value should be 2. Let's run this. See, 2. I'm going to now adding more value. Now run it again. See, the minimum value present in the list is 0. It means what we are expecting, the program is working in that manner. तो तनिष आपने देखा लिस्ट का साइज मैटर नहीं करता, लिस्ट का साइज जितना मर्जी आप बड़ा कर लो, सिर्फ एक फॉर लूप वो अपने आप ही मैनेज कर लेगा. ओके, यू डोंट नीड टू बॉदर अबाउट कि कितनी बार यूज करना पड़ेगा, वो दैट इज वेल टेकन केयर बाय द फॉर लूप. So let's move to the next part is to make the function to find out the maximum value. I hope now you can make the function that can retrieve the maximum value present in the list. Okay, so shall I make the max function? Guys, take care of it. Guys, please respond. Hello. Okay. Okay, what about Kushagra? Okay, so in the next class I will expect from all of you do make the maximum function. Okay, and reply and share your homework over the email. Okay, we'll check in the next class. So let's move further now. So this part is done now. Save as. So let's say 4 class topics. I'm going to cover this part. So this is done. This is also done. This is move to the function is the default arguments. Let's do this. Now we'll see that what do you mean by the default argument function. What do you mean by default to before having the look into this concept, making one of the function will ask some queries on it. If you guys will be able to answer it, then you guys will definitely understand the concept of default argument function. A Ram, this is my Ram who is senior, in the Sham who is actually junior. Now I'm making a function, let's say a sum function that takes the three numbers a, b and c. I have three numbers like number 1 10, number 2 20, 30. 1, number 2, number 3, and we'll get the result over here. We'll see the result. The sum of r inside the sum function will be a equal to a plus b plus c. Done. If I will run this program, I will get the expected result means 60. Okay, let's run this program. So d5 12, this is the fourth class and it's about the default. Okay, so let's run this. Okay, let me put the colon sign which is part of the syntax. So I'm getting the expected result, that is a 60. So now I'm going to do some tweak, doing some amendments inside it, right? See, will my program run now? I have removed the n2 while calling the function. Guys, if I will run this program, will it throw an error or will it execute successfully? Guys, please respond. This part, the highlighted one, I have removed the n2 while calling the sum function. It will run. Kushagar is saying it will run. It will not throw error. And what about Priyanshu? No error probably. Okay, guys, just please let me know how many numbers are accepted by the sum function. How many parameters are accepted by the sum function? Sum function is accepted 3 parameters. The first value will go in A, second value will go in B, third value will go in C. Your sum function is accepting the 3 parameters. Okay, but at the time of calling the function, I am just passing the 2 values, n1 and n3. So I'm going to write over here, at the time of calling, passing 2 parameters. Our function is accepting parameters. Now Did you guys understand it? So now think again. Will it run or not? Guys, are you able to hear me or not? What do you mean by yes? Yes means run or no? Reply like run or not run. Run. And what about Kushagar and Tanishq? Run. What about Tanishq? Run. Tanishq, guys, your sum function is looking for 3 parameters, but you have passed 2 parameters only. Your sum function is looking for 3 parameters, but you have passed 2 parameters. At the time of the calling, passing 2 parameters, but your function is accepting 3 parameters, right? It will never run. It will throw the value error. Missing one required positional argument. Your function is designed to accept 3 parameters, but you are passing only 2 parameters. So it will never run. It will throw an error. It means it is mandatory to pass all the parameters, to pass the value to all the parameters while calling of the function. So did you guys understand now? I hope you guys have understood now. Okay. So now it means it is mandatory for us to pass all the 3 parameters while calling the function. If by some reasons, if I forget to pass the required parameter while calling the sum function, it will throw an error, right? So in order to avoid the error, what I want to pass, I want my third parameter, whatever that which is C in this case, should accept some default value. Okay, let's say it should take the default value 0. So if it will take the default value 0, the result will be 10 plus 20 and then plus 0 is the 30. But your C is not taking the default value here. Okay, so it is mandatory for us, will have to pass the value to C at the time of the calling of the function. Okay, so now how to make the, now what do you mean the default argument function? It means default value for the default value function parameter. forget to pass parameter while calling, it should consider the default value. Means store the default value to function parameters. So here I have forgot to pass the value to C. Now I want my C must hold some default value so that it shouldn't throw an error and take the default value as the third parameter. Okay, so now if I will run this program, it takes the n1, that is the 10, it takes the n3, pass the n1 to the A, that is the 10, it pass the n3 to the B, that is the 30, so 10 plus 30, and then I have forgot to pass the value to C, then it consider the 0 as the third value, then it takes the 10 plus 20 plus 30, the answer 40. If it throws the answer 40, I will have to catch the answer, then it's a 40, then it will display the 40 over here. Let's run the program again. Let me comment this part. See, the sum of them are 40. Okay, so it means, now let's say again, you know, maybe I have called the sum function like that. So in this case, I forget to pass the value to B. I forget to pass the value to C. C is well taken care because it has some default value which is 0, but B is not well taken care because B doesn't hold the default value. Again, it will throw an error. If I will run it, it will throw an error. See, missing one required positional argument B. It means we will have to pass the value to B. So we want that if I forget, I want to have the default value to B. Again, I'm supplying it 0. Okay. So it takes the n1, that is the 10, and pass it to the A, and consider the B as 0 and consider the C as 0. Then it will evaluate and give us the result, that is the 10. Okay. So Ram throws the result, Sham has to catch the result, and it is the 10. Okay. So let's run the program again. See, the sum of them are 40, sum of them are 10. Okay. Now if I remember it, so let's say 1. Now I pass all the parameters, n2 and n3, passing 3 parameters now. So at this time I didn't forget to pass the value. Okay, I remember to pass the value to all the parameters. If I remember to pass the value to all the parameters, your 0 will be replaced by 20, and this C's 0 will be replaced by 30. Okay, now if I will run it again, it takes 60. Okay, so this is all about the default argument function. So by using this concept, you have learned that we can call the sum function in a different ways. We can call like this, we can call like this. Okay, so there are the 3 ways of calling if the function is the default argument function. Okay, now what are the key points? There are some key points that must be remembered by making the default argument function. Only last parameters will hold default value. What does it mean? It means about this A, B and C. A, B and C. in the list of these three parameters, the C is the last. Okay. Now if I consider this B and C, now B and C are the last, right? It means I cannot make the parameter as a default which is not coming in the list as as last. Okay, so B parameter is not coming up as last in the parameter list, it is coming up in the middle, so it will throw an error. This is not the correct way of making the default argument function, because the key point of the default argument function says that only the last parameters will hold the default value. Middle parameters, first parameters will never hold the default value. Okay, only last or all the parameters, where either last parameter will hold default value or all the parameters will hold default value. Async default value to middle parameters, middle or first parameter will never work. Okay, so now you guys have understood it. So now I'm making the the middle parameter, that is the B, as as default value. So in this case it will throw an error, because my key point says either last parameter will hold the default value or all the parameters will hold the default value. Only passing the default value to the middle or first parameter will never work. So let's run this. It shouldn't work. Okay, now see, non-default arguments follows default argument, right? It means it is mandatory if we are making the function as default argument function. So either all the parameters should contain the default value or last parameter should contain the default value. So I'm making the putting the last, putting all the parameters as default value, right? So in this case I have passed nothing. I forget everything. If I have forget everything, it takes 0 in A, takes 0 in B and 0 in C as well, passing 0 parameters. Okay. It should display the result 0. Now let's see the last result. See, the sum of them are 0. Okay, so this is all about that. What do you mean by the default argument function? So far, okay. So there is only one homework for you guys only to make the maximum function. Yes. So just please go through all the concepts. Okay. So in the next class, I will ask. This is also done now. I will take the test. Just to ask that what is the difference between normal variable, array variable. Maybe I will take the test of the call by value and the call by reference. So it means that I will discuss, or I will ask the questions what we discussed so far in the last 4 classes in the next class, right? So be prepared of all the 4 classes. So there will be a test, and that result will be you know will be shared with your parents. So kindly share your parents phone number over the WhatsApp, and then I will include all of your parents number over the in the WhatsApp group, so that they can also get to know the feedback or the status of the just your computer classes. What about the fee of share the check details? I'm going to stop